For years, I thought my husband just didn't want to connect. I would ask questions, try to be patient, and then nothing. But after 33 years of marriage, I finally realized that it wasn't that he didn't care. He just didn't feel safe opening up like I expected.
In this video, we're sharing the turning point, the moment she stopped trying to get me to talk and did this one thing instead.
And wives, if you've ever felt like he's shutting you out, then you really need to hear this.
Let's dive in. Let's talk about why men shut down emotionally.
I think many men, when they were little boys growing up, they were told by their parents or brothers and sisters or other adults that they couldn't show their emotions. They couldn't express anger or hurt or fear. If they did, they were probably called some kind of name. You know, if they were crying, they were told stop crying. Boys aren't supposed to cry. There's just so many things that they were told and demonstrated to them that almost like emotions are bad and they had to keep those all inside.
Yeah, it's kind of like a shame. A shame was put upon them to not express their emotions and not show their hurts. It's not personal, ladies. Your husband is not intentionally withholding from you.
That's right. He just may not know how to express his emotions yet.
But husbands, remember Ephesians 5:25, husbands, love your wife as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. Sometimes we have to move out of our comfort zones to meet the needs of your wife. Your wife needs open and honest communication. But let's talk about what things not to do. These will backfire.
That's right. I know when women get frustrated, they tend to do more of the same thing, even though it's not working. You know, you might be pressuring your husband, well, tell me. I need to know this, I need to know that, but that's not going to help him open up and talk about something. If you interrogate him, ask him lots of questions, it's not going to make him want to open up. It will just backfire. I think he'll just shut down even more. Or if you talk about something and then you expect him to respond back to you with feelings and, oh, that's so terrible, you know, just like a girlfriend, that's not going to happen.
Right. There has never been a conversation in the history of the world that went something like this. Bob, what'd you do over the weekend? Oh, I went fishing. What'd you catch? Oh, I caught some catfish. How did that make you feel? There's never been a conversation that went that way. The follow-up would be, what bait did you use? Where'd you go? What time you left? What time did you fish? All that kind of stuff. Data.
Yes.
Not really caring how Bob felt about catching his fish.
Did it make you cry when it came off the hook? No. Oh, my goodness. Yes. So, yes, they process things differently than women do. So we process everything with feelings, and they are more fact and matter-of-fact oriented.
Teresa, let's talk about the small shift that changed everything in our relationship.
Wow, it's kind of a gradual thing, I think, that we went through. But in order to create a safe place for you to share emotions, I had to realize that I couldn't ask you how you felt about things all the time. And I had to show you enough honor, respect, and patience to just let you open up when you were ready about most things. Sometimes something would come up and I could tell that it bothered you, but I couldn't just ask, are you hurting? Are you distressed? I had to say, what's going on? What's bothering you? Or what can I do to help you? Just being more supportive, I think, instead of trying to fix you or say, hey, I can make you feel better. Let's just do this, I just need to be more supportive and let you open up and talk to me when you're ready in the way that you want to talk to me about it.
Oh, that is so good, Teresa. Sometimes I just want just you to be near me or just sit next to me. Or just, I think one of the worst things ever the car manufacturers ever made was the front bucket seats. The bench seat is the way to go. Where
yes,
the wife can just sit next to her husband. while he's
Yes,
driving.
that's right. I miss that.
And again, I think it's really important. You called it a safe place.
Mm-hmm.
Wives, you may not realize this, but your husband's emotions are very private to him. And
Right.
when he shares something with you emotionally, something that's private, meant to be shared between you two, you don't share it with your kids. You don't share it with your sisters. You don't share it with your mother. You don't share it with your best friend. You don't share it because
That's right.
that would be like a violation. It'd be the same thing if he shared intimate photos of you with his friends. It would be that same sense of betrayal. Just think about that. How you
Mm-hmm.
would feel
Mm-hmm.
if your husband shared intimate photos of you with other people. That betrayal that you would feel, is the same thing that he feels if you share something he shared with you.
Wow. And I think women have no idea of this when they get married, that is such a private part of you that needs protection, just like we would feel about our bodies or our physique or anything. We don't want that exposed to the world or to other people. And that's really a wake-up call for women to be very protective of their husband's feelings and things that they share with you. Protect that and guard that. That is not for public consumption. We want to keep that
Right.
in the marriage context, in that relationship.
Say nothing about social media.
Right.
Teresa, let's talk about how to create this emotional safety environment over time.
Mm-hmm. That's so good. Well, wives need to be consistent, and that requires patience. Just like your husband is patient with you when you're very emotional, be patient with him if he's not expressing emotions. Just be consistent and ready to talk with him and being supportive. And don't judge him if he does share something. Don't, well, that's stupid, or I wouldn't think that way, or I wouldn't feel that. That is going to make him shut down right there, and you probably won't hear another thing for quite a long time. Do not judge. Do not criticize. Right. Don't even say if it's good or bad. Just say, okay, I hear you, honey. I'm listening, and I'm going to remember that now, that this is how that made you feel, or this is what you think about it. So make sure you're not being judgmental. And, this has been such a blessing in our marriage, just being present with each other, just spending time together and not letting the busyness of life keep you from, like we talk about, having those times to talk one-on-one, having those times to just sit together and enjoy each other's company. And
Right.
that's so important.
That's so good. Another good thing to do, wives, is genuinely express thank you for the things your husband does at the job or around the house. Just when he hears thank you, he gets it has the same effect upon him as you hearing the words "I love you." It's the same thing.
Yes. Wow, that is so good. And that is really how we build our husbands up, by showing appreciation, even in the very little things that they may do daily or once in a while. Always say, honey, thank you so much for doing that. It's okay to go overboard with your appreciation, because it really ministers a lot to your husband.
Right. Another thing, ladies, you can do is show affection. From hand holding to stroking his arms to stroking his hair to physical intimacy.
That's right.
He feels closer to you when he's physically intimate to you. He's more apt to open up emotionally when he feels close to you physically.
And it's more important for us to ask our husbands about their thoughts and not their feelings.
Right.
Because when they share their thoughts, if they're learning to open up more, they'll be able to start tagging some feelings on along with that too, and ask you what you think about it, and then you can start connecting on a deeper level about that subject. It just takes time.
It takes time.
It takes time.
Another great thing to do is play games together. One of the main needs of a husband is a companion. He just likes to do fun things with you, and every couple's different, and you're at different stages of life. So it could be hiking, it could be strolling, it can be golf, it could be mini golf, it could be tennis, it could be pickleball, it could be puzzles, it could be word games. It could be going to a museum. I mean, just fishing, hunting. It could be all kinds of things. And just through the photography, it can go through a whole list of things that's fun to him. And when you partake of that, he just enjoys that, and he's more apt to be open up to you and to
That's right.
communicate more. Right,
That
Teresa?
is so true. Yes, that's just the way men are wired. They feel a lot more relaxed and able to share who they are with you when you're just having fun. That's
Right.
so wonderful.
If you would like a list of fun date ideas, just drop the word fun in the comments below, and we'll send you a link where you can sign up for a free PDF with fun date ideas.
That's right.
Teresa, let's talk about what real connection looks like now between us.
Wow. It really requires a lot of honesty. There's no need in trying to pretend around your spouse. They know you a day in and day out. They see you. They're around you. They know what bothers you, what you like, don't like, and it's just good to be honest with your feelings, with your thoughts, and not just say, well, that I'm okay with that. It doesn't bother me. And you may think your husband is acting like something doesn't bother him, he's okay with it, but I think if you have some good conversations, it'll probably come out, yeah, I really didn't like the way that happened, or I don't think this is good for our marriage. We need to get rid of that or keep that away from our family. I mean, just having good, honest communication takes care of so many problems. It kind of heads them off before they start, usually.
Subscribe to Inspiring Marriages for more faith-based marriage insight. Share this episode with a friend who wants to build a stronger marriage. Follow us on social media for daily encouragement and practical tips. And do you have a prayer request? Send us an email at inspiringmarriages@att.net. And if you're ready to go deeper, check out our playlist on enhancing emotional intimacy in marriage. It's packed with real talk and tools that work. Until next time, remember, husband and wife are friends for life.